What is absolutely hilarious as long as it's not happening to you? Accidentally saying, "I love you," when leaving a coworker due to habit. People who take like a whole 10 seconds to actually fall over, drunk or on icy surfaces. They try so hard to right themselves, but always come crashing down. My dad and I are not extremely close, and the only person I hugged on a regular basis was my girlfriend, usually giving her a kiss on the cheek. Well, one day I hugged my dad and, by habit, gave a kiss on the cheek. Neither one of them will ever let me forget it. So I'd say that. One time I was on the phone with an employee of mine. I was in the car driving and I saw a cop on the side of the road doing radar. I was speeding a good bit, and immediately I lost all thought of what I was trying to say on the phone. Plus it's illegal to be on the phone in my state, so that doesn't help. I then promptly told my male employee, "Okay baby, I love you, bye," and hung up. I did not correct my mistake, I just did it. My girlfriend in the passenger seat was quite confused but definitely got a kick out of it. I didn't find it so hilarious, my employee did when he confronted me at work about it, and I told him the situation. Telling embarrassing things while being drunk. Bonus points if you don't remember anything you said the next day. And then they slowly come back to you in agonizing drips throughout the day until you're curled up in a permanent cringe at the sheer awfulness. And then a week later, when you open a beer to relax, you start to think about the embarrassing stuff again. And then you're sitting there with a bottle of shame in your hands. And then decades later you'll be driving down the road and it will all suddenly come back to you again and your face scrunches because of the cringe. Waving back at someone whose wave wasn't intended for you. I literally just saw this happen, and yes, it was hilarious once I recovered from the second-hand embarrassment I felt for her. Just happened to me on a college campus. I'm in my 6th year and this young girl waved at me and I thought she knew me through my younger sister. Waved back, got an awkward face and laugh from the girls when they saw me wave. So embarrassing. And then there are times where I don't wave at someone who is waving at me because I think they are waving at someone else. I don't know what is worse. Failing at parallel parking with a crowd of onlookers. A. 4 feet from curb, close enough. Once in DC, I saw a guy try to parallel park a Hummer in a spot that was obviously too small for like 10 minutes before he finally gave up. Was hilarious. It's worse when there's plenty of room to fit. Looking somewhere else and then walking into a pole. I was in a car once and I saw a kid cycle face first into a pole. Had me going the entire day. Did that in middle school. I still remember the utter humiliation even though I don't think anyone saw. Throwing something, then having it bounce and hit you in the head. When I was little, me and my friend got in a fight. He tried to kick me, but I grabbed his leg. As he was struggling to get his leg back, his foot slipped out of his shoe into my hands. I threw the shoe at him, but he caught it. He threw the shoe back at me and then I caught it. Seeing as how throwing the shoe was ineffective, I just took the shoe and started beating him with it. We're still great buds and laugh about it even today. Not sure if this counts though. Calling your teacher mom or dad. Female, teacher. Get called mom almost daily, and dad about once a month. I'm one of the only 2 male teachers at the school I work at. I get called mom or miss almost daily. I've never even been called dad. When somebody answers a question so wrong that you start to wonder if they're even in that class or they sat down in the wrong lecture. Bursting out in laughter while drinking something. Or alternatively, getting wet from a person bursting out laughing while drinking. Falling into a koi pond. And being the one who stepped away to let it happen. Someone fighting off a spider web. You can't see it from far away, so they just look like they're spazzing out. Being stuck in a conversation you don't want to be having. C. Most of my work week. Calling the judge, Your Majesty. People do this. You generally refer to them as Your Honor, but some get confused. Watching someone try to teach a 100% incompetent coworker a new skill. Only when it's not at your place of work, because at some point you would have to deal with said incompetence. I'm currently prepping for a colonoscopy. So my girlfriend would answer prepping for a colonoscopy. I do not agree with her at this time. Update, everything went well. I'm back home and contemplating ordering a pizza. Girlfriend is still laughing at me. Trying to complete simple tasks while inebriated. Watching someone almost trip, then do the half jog to walk it off casually. I'll take it over a faster blunt any day. Evidently I do trip quite often. I've mastered the art of trip jogging. Someone getting pestered by a wasp to the extent that they run away, flapping their arms at the tiny yellow and black bringer of doom. Chasing after a paper blowing on the ground. Falling/slipping on ice. Especially when it's a long and drawn out fall when they almost keep their balance multiple times. Getting absolutely drenched by a car speeding through a massive puddle in the road. Nah, I always feel terrible when I see this happen in my rear view. As an adult, having your parents move into the same apartment complex as you. My friends are going through this and I'm just tickled. When kids mistakenly embrace a stranger thinking it's their parent. As a child this is terrifying, as an adult it's adorable and hilarious. My sister did this once when we were standing in line for something, I don't remember what, and the lady in front of us in line was wearing the same color maxi dress as my mom. My sister didn't just mistakenly hug the lady stranger's legs, oh no, my sister went under the lady stranger's dress and wrapped her arms around her bare legs. The lady stranger's horrified face made me laugh so hard while my unknowing sister just stands there, a lump underneath this person's dress, thinking she's hiding in our mom's skirt. A similar situation happened to my younger sister. We were at our neighbor's garage sale with our dad. A man had the exact same build as my dad, was wearing jean shorts, and a hat similar in color to my dad's. My sister approached this man from behind and put her hands in his back pocket and tried to swing from his shorts. Sounds weird but she was little. I laughed the entire time. She was mortified. I did this as an adult. At a funeral. The person was more than a foot taller than me, so I just saw a large man and hugged him. Saying, "I love you, bye," to a coworker when ending a phone conversation. Had a construction crew member text me, "I miss you, babe. I love you," once. That was also really funny. For me. I sometimes ask people right after they hang up with a boss or a coworker, "Did you mean to say I love you?" And look at their faces as they try to figure out if they just did that or not. Yeah, I am not very nice at all. Someone getting scared. I scared the out of my so when I got home from work a few months ago. Saw the TV on when I was heading up the stairs, so I figured he was still up. I heard him turning the TV off right when I was at the top of the stairs, so it was dark in our bedroom. I jumped through the doorway and yelled, "Boo," in my high-pitched little girl voice. He shrieked at the top of his lungs, like I could hear genuine fear in his voice. I really didn't expect him to get that scared. He said he was falling asleep as I got home, and that's why he didn't hear me when I opened the garage door and bounded up the stairs. I can't help but laugh every time I think about it. Like a full-on deep belly laugh. But I swear if he ever did that to me I'd be pissed for weeks. Smugly and confidently shouting the wrong answer in class. When someone's trousers split. Getting chased by geese or farm animals. Having your golf ball hit a tree and bounce back toward you.